Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has a patch coming out tomorrow, but they dropped some patch notes last night telling you what's exactly in this patch. So let's overview it real quick and see if this patch is what we've been waiting for. But first, run it up. Alright, so here's where they put the patch notes. They put it in the Steam page, so that one's new for me. Game mode adjustments. All stages are now available in offline versus. That is an amazing thing. They said they didn't want to like sacrifice the destruction, but it seems like they made it work somehow, so that's good. Functionality adjustments. Battle setup. You can now make set teams, so you don't have to keep picking the same team, or like you could just pick the team, like straight up, just select the team. You can now skip battle animations, but both players have to do it in ranked and player match, so that's good. Player match, you can now set your team to be hidden or revealed to your opponent when editing your team. They might show it for tournaments now, revealed to your opponent. They might do that. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Custom battle, the text is now sorted alphabetically. Options, you can set the battle camera to be closer. I don't know why you would do this. I think the camera's pretty good right now, but if you want it closer, hey, there you go. Maybe for an edit. All right, now we're into the battle system. There's a new movement system called High Speed Dragon Dash, where you can move quickly towards your opponent, has been added. It's by holding R2 and holding X, or RT and holding A. I feel like this one, I think this is just the old Tenkaichi 3 Dragon Dash. So I think it by proxy makes Dragon Dash cancels possible now, or it makes it more useful. It was already there, but like it makes it way more useful. We'll see how fast it actually is, but only time can tell. Smash attack. You will no longer be stunned when being hit by a rush key blast when charging a smash attack. The best example I can think of is like Daima Goku. You know how he has a smash attack on his like key blast? You won't get stunned by a key blast anymore. You just go through it. When charging a smash attack during a rush attack, charge time reduction based on hit count has been increased. I think if the hit count is higher, the charge time is higher. I think if I'm reading that correctly. Rush key blast. The time between being able to fire the next rush key blast after firing the maximum consecutive amount at once, different for each character, has been increased. So people who are spamming key blasts, you're cooked. You're gonna have to find a job at McDonald's now. I'm sorry. Rush key blast deflection. You can now move while deflecting rush key blast. So before, when you started deflecting, couldn't do anything. You can only sit there and deflect. Now you can deflect and then move after you start to deflect. So now you won't be locked in to that place anymore. The spam stuff, the spam tech, you know who I'm talking about. You're cooked. Steps. You will now no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step. Rush key blast and smash key blast can now also be evaded. There is a specific situation where I think it's after perception, people would like, or super perception to be exact, you get hit by super perception, and the fastest thing you can do in that given time is key blast, right? I think after super perception, there's actually a mind game now. So you can step in to avoid the key blast, because I think that's the fastest thing you can press besides like a rush attack for every character. So now that you can step in to avoid that, it could have some cool moments happening now. Z Burst Dash. The amount of ki consumed when activating it has been increased. I think they did this because they added the new movement option. Z Burst Dash being consuming more ki. I think it already almost consumed an entire bar. So I think this just consumes a bar now. So we'll see when the patch comes out tonight, but this is no longer it. And also the setups for using burst dash, like when you like would sweep someone and then dash back, whereas burst dash to get behind them, it's not really in your favor anymore to do that, but we'll see. Burst smash, the key will no longer be consumed when activating it and will instead consume an amount based on distance traveled. I'm pretty sure this is like doing a dragon dash and then you hold the rush attack button and it does like a burst smash. I think that's what that is. Yeah, I'm not too sure on this one because I don't do this. Yeah, it'll consume based on distance traveled instead of just taking it outright. Damage has been increased when using a boost. So if you're doing any type of boost, like if you do a super and then it says boost and you boost, it does more damage. Like for everyone, it just does more damage. This is a big one for some people because this is like really annoying. The search, Z search, will no longer lose track of your opponent when characters are swapped. You'll now quickly regain sight of your opponent if they enter your line of sight from the front when the Z search is not locked onto them. This is so big. This is huge, right? Because sometimes there's some of these ultimates or super special moves, they de-lock you off. They like lock off. Z counter. This is vanishes. The input window has been shortened. Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively. Key consumed has been increased when successfully performing a Z counter, and the skill count increase speed has been reduced. Thank the heavens. Vanish wars are no more. Now, when you see a Vanish war now, it actually takes some type of skill to do it. What people are gonna probably optimally do now is just super counter, but not everyone can super counter. So now the Vanish wars will seem more skill based instead of just like who has more key. I don't think they needed to do the key consumed thing because if they made this change, it becomes more difficult when performed consecutively. It's not gonna last that long because people can't time stuff correctly. So I don't know. We'll see how much of a difference it is, but we'll see. Revenge counter. Skill points consumed when using perception against revenge counter is reduced from 2 to 1. So if you see someone do a revenge counter, that costs 2, by the way. If you percept that, it's only gonna cost 1, which is huge because you can just do it instead of being like, oh man, if I do this, I'll have no skill points, but I get key back, so I don't know. I think perception against revenge counter will actually be useful. Like it was already useful, but like now it's more useful. Now you get key back and you only lose 1, so that's good. Rush attacks during sparking mode. Gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased, so there's more scaling on consecutive hits in sparking mode, so that's cool. Always nice to see. Combos. The final attack of aerial combos and aerial slash combos will no longer be interrupted by guarding. Thank the heavens, bro. I have them in a combo and they out here just guarding the end of it. Like that's why I never did the smash part of the air combo, because they would just block it. Character switch. This is also a big one. Health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. This is very good, but what I would like to see is that they only can recharge the current health bar, not anything past that. This is very good. This is a good change, but they can still charge health past the 1 health bar. Unless they like stealth fix that, I don't know. Z burst dash for giant characters. The tackle done by giant characters during Z burst dashes is now guardable. Yup. Giant pack watch. Giant characters are now terrible. Skill adjustments. Skills that cause instant sparking mode. Skill count consumed has been increased. Full power, power up to the very limit. All those modes, it's increased by 1. So it's now 4 stocks instead of 3, which is not terrible. You'd still be able to use it, but some characters who have like 6 skill points, when they used it once, they can do it again. You can't do that. Skills that increase stats in general, the skill count consumed has been decreased, so it's probably decreased by 1. So characters who have like buffs to your character is down by 1. So Dispo having light speed mode for 1, he's just gonna be zooming all over the place. Light speed mode with the new dash? Sleeper OP? I'm gonna have to test that out. Afterimage Strike, this is also a big one. The effect duration reduced by to 10 seconds and will be removed if your opponent uses perception while you're under the effect. This is such a unique change. I thought they were just gonna decrease the time. This is actually a very good change. False Courage. Heal count consumed has been increased to 1 to 2. People were spamming this. It just gives you armor, like straight up. So they're like, yo, this is a little bit too strong. All I need is 5 seconds. This is pretty sure this is Goku Super Saiyan 4. They buffed him. They decreased the skill count and they increased the stats on activation. I don't know how much they increased the stats on this because it literally lasts for 5 seconds. So the stat increase has to be exponential for it to actually mean something. Stardust Barrier, which is the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. It's like his little reflect move. Yeah, that's a combo breaker. And that's only 1 stock. So you can just like combo break stuff from the front now, which is insane. A 1 stock combo breaker is crazy. He just went up on the tier list. Blast adjustments, which is just like the super moves. Long range blast and ultimate blast. Start speed has been reduced. So those super fast Kamehamehas or like those super fast like beams and spirit bombs, they slowed them down a bit. But at the same time, right, everyone's timings now changed because they're slower. So people are gonna get hit by some stuff. Super Vegito Final Kamehameha. Heat consumed and damage has been increased. Always good to see Super Vegito nerfs, to be honest. Goku Mini Quick Rush Trajectory can now be changed while rushing. Always good to see Goku Mini buffs. And they nerfed Mr. Satan for some reason. And increased the end lag after activation. Oh, I think they just made him more punishable when it whiffs, yeah. Alright, character adjustments. Android 19 and Zero, the health and ki absorbed on successful throw has been adjusted, and the Dragon Dash, Quick Ascend, all the Dragon Dash stuff now consumes ki. Thank you. They still might be good because they probably increase the health and ki amount on a throw. Or maybe they decreased it, I don't know. They just had adjusted, so. Second form cell, you can now throw escape. So the second form cell loops, they're gone. Unfortunate, man, unfortunate. It's crazy, right? Because you could have escaped it. People don't like guessing, I guess. So now the throw escape is techable. So does he have the same slow throw? In that case, I would never play second form cell. Cooler, the amount of health restored upon transformation has been increased. So Cooler got a buff. Giant characters increase the time it takes to charge a smash attack and reduce its power. Giant characters are just in the dirt now, because like you would just never pick these dudes. And another one, Great Ape Vegeta and Wheelo, maximum health has been reduced. They're cooking these giants, and they just optimized the game. So that's it. That's all the changes. What do you guys think of these changes? I think they did an amazing job for a first actual patch. There's a few things that they kind of missed, like Trunks being able to step in a Vanish War. That's still going to be really powerful now that the androids are gone. He just got a super buff. Now he's like top 1 or 2 maybe. Unless they fix that on the low. They might have fixed it. Who knows? There's a new movement action. So we'll see how this goes, or how fast it actually is. But yeah, what do you guys think of the patch? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's terrible? Leave the comments down below, and I'll see you all later. And remember, stay determined.